There have been multiple absolute banger gacha game releases this year. Some better than others, some that deserve to be hits when others didn't, but that's neither here nor there. What we're talking about today is a gacha game that I thoroughly enjoyed. At its core, this is a really good game. It has a great community, a good dev team, but ultimately, the game is approaching an end of service purely because the people that are maintaining and handling this game are kind of stupid. Like, to put it bluntly and as nicely as humanly possible, they're just stupid. They have not paid their developers for upwards of 4 months. To say I'm disappointed and that this is depressing would be underselling it. But let's go ahead and take a look. ALLfiring confirmed to be withholding funds. Oh my God, the first sentence. God damn. Wow. What a way to start a video. Confirmed to be withholding funds, and then it's for months. We're not talking days or weeks. We're talking entire months. Forcing staff to work out of love. Rather than paying them the money that they deserve, they're paying... You love the game, right? You love the game. It is fine. Just keep working on it for free. Rather than actual legitimate pay. Absolutely disgraceful for any company to do. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad because I actually, if you guys go back, you'll see that I've done multiple different dedicated videos on ALLfiring, and I really enjoyed it. Like, it was a very fun game. But this is, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, even if you enjoyed a game, if you found a game fun, when a game screws up, especially to the point where they're not paying their own employees to work on their game, it doesn't matter how much you love them, it doesn't matter how much you want to support them, you need to call it out. Working for free, who would do that? Yeah, these people have lives. A lot of them probably have families as well that they have to feed. And the fact that they're not getting paid, even though they are employed, legally employed at the company. Here's a Reddit thread which apparently elaborates on it. Oh God, okay. Okay, I'm ready for this. The devs didn't deserve this. Once again, a good game ruined by terrible management. And again, this does not have any bearing on my personal enjoyment of the game, because I really do think the game is good. ALLfiring was fun, but damn, it's tragic, yeah. How should we view the fact that Yue Longyin, the developer of ALLfiring, which was once... wait, they received investment from Paper Games, the people behind Infinity Nikki and Love and Deep Space? Okay. Was hailed as a dark horse in anime-style games, has been exposed for withholding wages for 4 months, leaving members to generate power with love, which means working for free. So one entire third of the year, they've been working for free. That blows my mind, dude. Oh my God. This is reposted from the WeChat official account, GameQuest. Since the finance department reads my messages but doesn't reply, there's no need to remain polite and dignified anymore. On January, things are about to get serious. On January 31st, as the countdown to the Lunar New Year began, a former employee claiming to work for Shanghai Yue Longying Network Technology, hereinafter referred to as Yue Longying, the developer of ALLfiring, publicly exposed the company on Xiaohongshu. The post revealed that the company has withheld salaries and social security contributions for all employees for a minimum of 4 months or more, and multiple attempts at communication yielded no results. Do they mean that the staff themselves tried to initiate a form of payment and were rejected because there was no active communication between them? Oh, all right. Is ALLfiring gonna EOS? I hate the fact that if I say yes, they're gonna blame me for the, you know, if the game does ultimately EOS. It's gonna happen. Oh man. At this moment, a mere 2 months had passed since the game kicked off its full platform open beta test on November 28, 2025. According to public records from Fengyao, a business data tracking platform, clues regarding their operational risks had already surfaced earlier. In the single month of January 2026 alone, the company was hit with 4 new enforcement targets. These are judgment debtor records, so debt records. The enforcing court in all cases was the People's Court of Jing'an District, Shanghai, with a cumulative total enforcement amount exceeding 650,000 RMB, which in US dollars is almost 100,000. almost $100,000. Man, yo, y'all are laughing, but you know they'll do it. It's not my fault. Yo, shut the fuck up. Even more ironically, according to disclosures, while veteran employees went without pay for long periods and had their social security contributions cut off, Yue Longying's studio remained highly active on recruitment platforms like Boss Jeepin, continuously posting job openings to recruit new staff. So they were trying to bring in new developers to work on their game, to then dock their pay, to then withhold all payment and social security benefits. Now, I will point out here, this is not the fault of the developers. This is 100% the fault of the management team, completely disregarding the developers. The developers are talented people from what we've seen. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Turning the timeline back to November 28, 2025, after enduring a grueling 6 years of development. Yo, ALLfiring was in development for 6 years. Oh my god, that's wild, dude. Might as well add it to the Stix graveyard now. Oh god. During which the game was completely scratched and rebuilt 3 different times. Well, at the very least, the final version of the game turned out brilliant, and the project's lead art director resigned. Oof. Then they finally launched into its open beta. Relying on the reputation it built up during its early stages and its unique pixel art style, the game rushed to the top of trending charts on platforms like TapTap, Bilibili, and Haoyo Kuaibao right after its launch. To the outside world, this was supposed to be Yue Longying's turnaround battle. The ideals and persistence of the game producer, along with 5 years of painstaking effort by the art team, should not have been buried. But in reality, calculating based on the timeline of withholding wages for at least 4 months, Yue Longying's capital chain was already stretched to its absolute breaking point right around the time of their open beta launch. The story of the game can be described as classic textbook example of anime-style game bubble bursting in recent years. From 2019 to 2021, the game's debut promotional video stunned the gaming industry, making the studio a hot target for venture capital, leading to Paper Games investing and taking an equity stake. Once again, Paper Games is the studio behind Infinity Nikki, and I believe Love and Deep Space. Correct me if I'm wrong on the lad's comment. From 2022 to 2024, we're approaching the global release here. In pursuit of the ultimate quality, the project was scrapped and rebuilt 3 different times. Switching from a 2D format to a 3D sandbox layout caused development costs to spiral out of control, continuously dragging out the production timeline and driving core members to leave one after another. That's never good. So not having a clear, defined structure or vision is cause for a game to fail. If you have a vision for a game, you push out that game. In a lot of instances, people will enjoy it. But if you constantly go through various iterations of the game, then it's clear you don't actually have a vision and you're just trying to push out something that other people want. November 2025. We're rapidly approaching global here. The company's capital dried up completely, forcing the game to launch its open beta while employees were already working under withheld wage conditions. So in November 2025, they were forced to release the game. They had run out of all funds and had to release, even though their employees had not been paid in months. January 2026, the wage non-payment issues exploded all at once, bringing the labor disputes fully to the surface. What makes people sigh with regret is that while companies withholding wages and shutting down is not rare in the gaming industry, that is fucking obscene. Like the fact that is actually more common than it should be blows my mind. Those that can still persevere and push a game to launch while the entire staff goes unpaid are few and far between. This proves precisely that the project team supporting ALLfiring behind the scenes, especially the grassroots employees, still chose to stay and generate power out of love during the company's darkest hour. Because they loved the game. The game ultimately ended up being a good game. It was fun, it looked great, but ultimately the rushed final version of the game, the history of what the company had done with regards to its staff members, with regards to the development process overall, it fizzled out. That was it. Yet the developers themselves, they stuck with it. They went without pay for what, a third of a year a quarter, what, 30, what, 4 months total at minimum. Some probably went even longer than that. We're talking like half a year of no pay while devoting your time, your resources, your money into it, and they never got anything back. There was no return investment. It's a shame that in the end, the profound passion did not bring them the respect and rewards they deserve. There's a source confirming everything that was said. This is sad. EOS soon. Unfortunately, estimated revenue has not been good. The fact it already failed in its home market is never a good sign. It's sad. The game really had the potential to take off. It really should have. I'm actually not sure. Well, actually, no. One of the things that I think really held the game back was the lack of a PC client. That was definitely an overall detriment to its success. I guess not clicking for players. It didn't have a PC client. Yeah, I hope they find the money to pay their employees for EOS. So, as much as I do not want to say, because again, I know that people are going to be like, Stix is doom posting the game. I'm not doom posting the game. I want to make this abundantly clear. I fully support the game. I think the game is a very good game. I think the developers have made a great game. I think the developers deserve to be paid for this, for the incredible game that they have developed. But mismanagement has led the game to be received poorly, to have not paid its developers long term, and to have essentially become the lack of success that it ultimately became, which is very disappointing because it did have the potential to be very good, and it is a very good game, but I don't foresee it ever coming back from this. I think player base is dried up over time, and I think it's only a matter of time until they do announce an end of service. And I unfortunately don't think that the employees are going to be paid before that happens, which is very sad to see. Lone artist carrying the entire game. Poor guy deserves a better place. Yep. Remember hearing a bad rep from the game when it launched, never bothered with it. The game itself is good, but it's very heavy on... Exactly, like, people believe that the game is good. The company behind the game is gone, and the game we're playing is more like a monument built out of love rather than a recoup effort. Blame Trump. Okay, so this is sad, and unfortunately, it's probably over for the game. And I mean that with love, because I really did want the game to succeed. I mean, you can look at my channel. I've never done a negative video on the game. On the contrary, I've done like 3 positive videos on it, 4 positive videos on it. But you can't deny what is right in front of your face. Evidently, this is really sad. No dev team, especially the talented devs that made this game, deserve this kind of treatment or this kind of behavior. And it's sad to see that the community will ultimately suffer as a direct result of the mishandling of the game. Ultimately, again, I'm just disappointed because this was a fun game and I've thoroughly enjoyed all the time I spent in it. And I do like their community as well. They've been nothing but nice, kind, and they deserve better. The game deserves better. The devs deserve better. And to be paid. Like, come on, it's not that hard. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.